not dying to 300. Fuck them. We're freaks. Nice walkout, little wobbly, no big deal. What's up, fan buddies? Sitting here riding the old shitty exercise bike, thinking about how tired I am. You know, I'm getting ready to do legs and thinking about just taking it easy, not going that hard, because frankly, I mean, what's the point? You coast one, especially if it's legs, you know what I mean? Like, you really only need to work the calves. Nobody's going to see your legs when you're out. It got me thinking about, what is exhaustion really? You know what I mean? And why is it that we get so tired in our daily lives? What is it about the way the world works? Slowly beats us down. So we're going to talk about it. First off, I have a lot of people in my life who misuse the word exhaustion when they really just mean tired. I've been tired. You should be tired at the end of the day. It means you did something useful that day. Exhaustion is totally different. When you're exhausted, you're beyond the point of just being kind of sleepy or being kind of tired. You can no longer perform the basic functions of what your role is. That's exhaustion. I work a job now, semi-physically demanding, where I come home every day tired. But I used to have a job moving rocks for a living. Like, literally, I just moved rocks. And after a long day of that, I'd hit the gym or go for a run. And there were plenty of days that after that, I came home exhausted. Literally, sometimes unable to eat without throwing up. Falling asleep, sometimes just literally face first onto the floor. Oh, but as I've come to learn, it's not the only kind of exhaustion there is. There's also mental exhaustion, when your brain just feels like a liquid. You've been thinking all day, probably not about anything good, and you're at a point where you can't even form coherent thoughts. Your brain is just shutting itself down. You're working in basic human function reptilian mode. Walk in the house, eat food, sit in silence, go to sleep. Or at least, that's what you're supposed to do. So why make the distinction? Well, because the thing is, there is a big difference between the two. I like this upward angle. See, I do the upward angle when the weight on the side isn't as impressive. It's only 205. Now you can't tell unless I told you. You'd think I was lifting some big boy weight. But the idea is physical exhaustion is a good thing. We know it's a good thing. Because your body rewards you for it. Your blood fills with feel-good chemicals to keep you moving. That's that runner's high. That's that dope feeling you get after a good gym sesh. Physical exhaustion makes you stronger and recalibrates your body to do what it was meant to do. which is to build itself up to keep you alive. Physical exertion also forces your body to do the other things it needs to do, like sleep and eat. You ever try running a race, working outside all day in the sun, and not going to bed, not eating? Your body wants to expend energy to encourage it to recover and make more. And that doesn't mean you necessarily need to torture yourself, but pushing yourself to that limit is important. And then when we know where that limit is, push yourself a little bit past it. Training to failure in your everyday life. 255. Something really crazy, but I'm gonna talk before I hit this one, because someone called me out in the comments, if you can talk, you can lift more, which is true. But if you compare that to mental exhaustion, you'll see there's a huge difference. Mental exhaustion, well, still not necessarily a terrible thing all the time, gives you all the same feelings as physical exhaustion without any of the good stuff. And it's caused by the wrong kinds of chemicals. You don't get those sweet feel-good dopamine and serotonin and endocannabinoids that you get from physical activity. All you get are things like, trust me, I know science, bro, cortisol, the stress hormone that causes you to not digest food properly, raises your blood pressure, and cause a whole host of issues with your circulatory system. All right, come on. Wake up. Wake up, sleepyhead. You got weight on your back now. Wait. Yeah, 255. Oh, good depth. I want to see how much I can do today. So we're going to go sickening hand move. Kind of up in increments. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what the solution is to mental exhaustion. I don't think doctors could either. They could, but we wouldn't feel it. But in my personal experience, the key is to fight exhaustion with exhaustion. 275. Still not the max, but again, rough day. Use my legs a lot. Not really feeling it. Oh, well, and there goes the lower back. Cool. Who's a fucking spine when you got fucking tree trunks? You gotta know yourself and know what you're all about. If you know you're physically exhausted, you spent a day moving rocks, feel free. Take a day off, go home, eat a nice big meal, go to bed. But if you're experiencing mental exhaustion, the best thing you can do is to fight that by getting physically exhausted. Get tired the right way. This way, your body can reset itself and you can start again. And remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, whatever my grandma used to say. If you want to avoid mental exhaustion, don't let yourself worry about shit. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't let life fucking beat you down. This is what fucking wants to do. We're fucking freaks. If we ain't gonna let the weights keep us down, we ain't gonna let some bullshit ass life to it. If it ain't in your control, fuck it. And if it is, fuck it. Right? All you can do is work with what you got when you got it. Stay fucking freaky, bros. Stay fucking mentally sharp and physically hard. For the record, 135, 205, 255, 275, 295, 300. It's the same on both sides because it'd be stupid if it wasn't. Not my max. Or it probably didn't sound good. Not my max. But the max I lifted when I wasn't bulking. Down at like 161 pounds now, looking lean as shit. I'll show you guys in a second. First though, I'm gonna try to not die into 300. Fuck them. We're freaks. Nice walkout. Little wobbly. No big deal. Whoa, boy, oh boy. One of these days I'll tell you about the time I saw a guy snap his leg clean in half under a squat bar. Shit was fucking gross, dude. Alright. I don't know how the mic catch the headband sounds. We're gonna pop the tarp. Remember, this is all leg pump now. I ain't got no fucking upper body shit whatsoever. Not looking too bad. Overall, pretty solid. A little punch I could lose there. Should probably train abs once in a while. But there you go. Oh, the physique update. Turned into a motherfucking tank. Stay freaky, boys.